Okay, so first we're going to review some of the words that we read and wrote last week. I'm going to see if you can remember what they are. You've got it, doll. Next one. Tell, well done. Smell, brilliant. New digraph. Press. Class. Miss. Boss. Pass. And the last one. Chess, well done. Okay, so our new sound today is this one. It's got the letter F and the letter F, so it's a double F. And it's a digraph, which means two letters that make one sound. And when they come together, they make the sound F. Can you say that with me? Brilliant. One more time. Fantastic. Brilliant. To start us off, I've got a word here and it has got our F sound at the end. I wonder if you can help me read it. Okay. Off. 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 Brilliant. Can you jump off the climbing frame? Well done. Okay, let's have a go at reading some words that have got our F sound in them. Let's try together. Off, off, off. Brilliant. Can you come off the climbing frame? Have you got it? Let's read it together. Off, 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 puff. Brilliant. The dragon likes to huff and puff. Let's try and read this together. St, a, st, a, staff, staff. The staff are the people who work at the school. Let's sound this one out together if you think you've got it. St, if, st, if, stiff. You've got it, stiff. What does it mean if you're stiff? It means you're very still. You might have a stiff muscle if you've been doing too much of Joe Wicks's exercises. What does this word say? Okay, I think you might have it. Let's have a go together. Sniff. 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 Ooh, I can sniff with my nose. And the next one. I think you've read that one. Let's try together. St, oh, st, oh, stuff. Stuff. Have you got your stuff with you? Which is a bit of a word for saying, have you got your things with you? Your stuff, your things. Brilliant. And our last word. I think you've got it. Let's try it together. Cliff. cliff, cliff. Brilliant. Can we walk to the cliff, which is by the beach, the very top of the cliff by the water? Let's try this one again. Cliff, cliff, cliff. The cliff edge, which means where the land stops, usually by the water. Fabulous reading, well done. And finally, we're going to have a go at reading some sentences that contain words with the f sound in them. Okay, let's have a go at reading it together. So it started with a capital letter, and it's the word the dog had a, let's sound this one out together, sniff, sniff. Brilliant. The dog had a sniff, full stop. Oh, the next one doesn't have a full stop at the end. It has something else. Do you know what that is? You're right, it's a question mark. So let's have a go at reading this question. Okay, let's have a go together. Starts with a capital letter. It says, can we get my, that's one of our house words, can we get my stuff? Stuff. Can we get my stuff? And then the final sentence has a couple of house words in there, so have a good look. Let's read it together. It starts with a capital. The house was, now this one's a bit like the word my, but it starts with a B. It starts with a B, so it says by. The house was by the cliff. The cliff. The house was by the cliff. It's got a full stop at the end. Good morning. Now to start our phonics session today, I've got the words that we read yesterday. I'm going to flash them up and I want to see how quickly you can read them. Are you ready? Off. Puff. Staff. Sniff. Stiff. Stuff. And the last one. Cliff. Well done. Okay, so today we're going to have a go at writing some of those words that finish with the sound. So I've got my pen and my paper ready. I hope you've got yours ready too. And I'm going to have a go at writing one of these words first. Now to help me do this, I'm going to say the word that I want to spell really slowly so I can pull all the sounds out of my mouth. The word I want to write is the word stiff. Stiff. Let's have a go at sounding that out. So first of all, I can hear a stiff. Stiff. Oh, you're right. It's my double F. Put my sound buttons on to check. I want to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. Sound it out with me. Stiff. 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 I've spelt it correctly. Now it's your turn. So the first word I'd like you to have a go at writing is the word off. 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 Can you come off the climbing frame? The next word I'd like you to write is the word puff. Puff. He had a big puff. The next word is the word sniff. Sniff. My sound button's on. Let me check it's right. Sniff. Sniff. Brilliant. I had a sniff. The next word is the word stiff. Put my sound buttons on. Let's try it out together. Stiff. Well done. Stiff. My leg was very stiff. The next word I'd like you to write is the word staff. Put my sound buttons on. Let's sound it out to make sure. Staff. Brilliant. There were lots of staff in the building. And our final word that I'd like us to write today is the word stuff. Stuff. Put my sound buttons on. Let's check. Stuff. Stuff. Brilliant, I've spelt it correctly. I hope you managed to get all of those spelt correctly. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to have a go at writing some full sentences. Now these sentences might finish with a full stop or they might finish with a question mark. So listen really carefully as I'm reading them. I also want you to make sure that you've started each of your sentences with a capital letter and you've used those finger spaces so that all the words don't just muddle up. I can see clearly all the individual words. Are we ready? Let's try it out. So the first sentence I'd like you to write is, the house was by the cliff. Okay, so I'm going to start off my sentence with a capital letter. So for this word, it's the capital T. So the. Now house is one of our house words, so we should be able to spell it. Just check, once I finish mine, that you have spelt yours exactly the same as mine. The house was. Another tricky word. Don't forget it has the A in the middle. The house was by. Now by is spelled a little bit like my, but with a B. By. Let me read what I've written so far. The house was by the. cliff. I can sound this one out. And it needs to end with a full stop. Okay, so the next sentence is actually a question. So what does it need at the end of it? A question mark. So the question is, can we get my stuff? Can we get my stuff? It needs to start, as all sentences do, with a capital letter. So can we get, this is our house word, my stuff. Now we know how to sound that out. Can we get my stuff? And it's a question, so it needs a question mark. And the last sentence I'd like you to write, and this is a statement, so it just needs a full stop, is the dog had a sniff. Okay, so I'm going to start with my capital letter. So the dog had a sniff. Sniff. The dog had a sniff. Full stop. Perfect.